Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Gargoyles episode reviews. Today we're looking at Legion. In the Gargoyles verse, the dead don't always stay dead. If anyone proves this, it's Coldstone. Through Demona's sorcery and David Xanatos' science, the gargoyle who died in the destruction of the Wyvern clan walked the earth again. But the very sorceress who gave him life shot him in the chest with a laser, sending him into the icy river. Now, 7 months later, he's having his second reawakening. Things are more complicated than ever, though. Not one, but 3 gargoyles' body parts make up his mortal coil. Their 3 spirits struggle for control over his body. And what part does Xanatos play in all this? Last week's ep is just as horror movie trippy. Go read or listen to Metamorphosis. I like the end of Legion a lot. Other parts are not so well done. Spoilers are in 2020 moments. Info from Ask Greg is in the According to Greg bits. Season 2, Episode 3, Legion. Reason for existence: to revisit Coldstone, to explore the theme of loyalty, to introduce the use of VR in the Gargverse. Main antagonist: Iago in Coldstone, and David Xanatos. Well, sort of ish. Times: September 20th through 21st, 1995. Locations: New York City, New York. We are many. Legion. We've got the title screen is in the water by the bridge. Previously, Coldstone awakens, causes trouble, and is shot by Demona with a laser. He crashes into the frozen river. The episode title is Legion, coming from the biblical account in Mark 5:9, where multiple demons possessed a man. When Jesus asked the demon's name, they replied, "Legion, for we are many." He then cast them out of the man and let them have their desire to enter a herd of pigs, an unclean animal. The pigs then ran over the cliff and drowned in the water below, thus demonstrating Christ's power over the spiritual and material realms. Under the Washington Bridge, Coldstone's flesh, bone, and stainless steel frame lies on the river bottom, sand half covering him. His skin is fine despite being underwater that long. His red camera eye opens. A mechanical voice, Coldstone's, announces that the operating system is online and repairs are initiated. Why now? Phenomenal engineering. 7 months and he's able to repair himself. There's a picture of him down there. We get an inside look at the twisted realm of his mind, hovering in an orange and pink and purple vortex. Coldstone and an orange female gargoyle kiss after she calls him my love. In a flash, Goliath and the female embrace on the floating rock. The sky is full of orange clouds. Orange is apparently a popular color here in Dreamland. There they are kissing. Kissing is a thing in gargoyle culture too, huh? Coldstone watches now from behind a pillar. He's enraged. Another gargoyle, who looks like he's from a Panic at the Disco music video, and you'll have to go to the link on that one, whispers in his ear about Goliath betraying him. It's the same line Demona fed Coldstone at the get-go. Coldstone tackles Goliath, sending him over the edge of the rock. Orange female tries to stop him, or them, reassuring Coldstone of her love, but he knocks her back. She stumbles into the abyss. Must have been a dream. I hope so anyway. There's a picture of that happening. According to Greg, this is a backstory of sorts. There was apparently a love pentagon going on with the 4 Gargs here and Demona as the 5th. I feel it doesn't come across as a backstory. It just looks like a dream or an illusion by the sinister-looking gargoyle. Yeah, it would help if there was, like, the background of the background here actually looked like the castle, so you could tell it was an actual flashback rather than just some trippy hallucination. Green cyber-themed doors close along a corridor of circuits. The Coldstone computer voice announces that repairs are complete and is initiating new program parameters. He blasts out of the water and toward the city. Great. I wish my electronics repaired themselves like this. We're off to a great start. I've been wondering about Coldstone. Xanatos never bothered to pull him out of the water, but it seems like he didn't need to. I mean, assuming this is something he built into the creature. Shake and bake. Here we have a picture of the Golden Cup Bakery. It's a 4-story rectangular building. A lot of windows in the front. We'll see this again later. This place is baking up some fun stuff, but it isn't edible. According to Greg, this is modeled after the Silver Cup building in New York City. It was in Highlander. Clancy Brown, Wolf and Hakon's voice actor, was the villain. At the Golden Cup Bakery, we find the only bread is in the employee break room. A scientist, he's got a white coat, so he's got to be one, is testing a laser weapon. Another white-jacketed guy crushes a brick thanks to his exo-armor glove. I don't know why they're bothering with this stuff. Laser weapons are plentiful, at least with Xanatos and Demona. Xanatos also has exo-armor. It's capable of crushing steel, not just bricks. Here's a picture of the guys there with the laser. There we go again. Scientists wasting our tax dollars on redundant research. Coldstone makes a grand explosive entrance. The guards are no match, despite their automatic rifles. Their bullets don't even damage his flesh. But to be fair, it looks like they're somehow only managing to hit the metal bits. They're wearing green military uniforms with white helmets and shoulder bands. U.S. military, or do they belong to a merc group? Send in the drones. At the clock tower, Elisa announces to the Gargs, Lex in particular, that Matt is going to test out RECAP, Reconnaissance Emergency Cyber Automated Probe. Okay. A mini RC tank used to recon and deal with high-risk situations. It's a lot like the land drone that Stargate SG-1 uses. I remember the mount. It's VR as well. Why do you need this? The VR part, I mean. Use the camera feed from the bot. Just because it hooks up to goggles doesn't mean it's VR anyway. I mean, it really isn't virtual reality unless you are actually acting in the virtual reality. Virtual reality isn't just having a screen closer to your eyeballs. At the disaster site, well, the attack site, Matt sets up RECAP. He says he spent 6 months reading the user manuals. What? Did he have to know how to assemble and disassemble it blindfolded and how to rebuild it with a paperclip gum and a car battery? 6 months, good grief, it's got one joystick by the look of it. Matt, that is the dumbest looking VR goggle setup I have ever seen. The little drone rolls out. Wait, there's a Scarab Corp logo on its turret. Well, another Xanatos Enterprises project. Props for diversification. Elisa didn't notice this. Coldstone blasts through vault doors to reach a server bank. He taps in easily enough, but then a power surge hits him. Too late, though. He has the files he wanted. There's electricity around his hand there. Guards again try to stop him. He lobs a massive server computer bank at them. I'd get out of his way, guys. On his way out, he runs into RECAP. Matt remotely launches tear gas. No good. Then he fires the taser probes. It annoys Big and Ugly, but not enough to keep Coldstone from blowing a hole through the wall, lobbing the flaming wreck that is RECAP out and escaping. The warranty probably expired yesterday, too. Aren't the cops by this time wondering where all these robot gargoyles are coming from? Isn't there a task force yet? Soul Shuffle. Goliath and Lex watch the mess. They meet their brother when he's out of sight of the cops. At first, he attacks, but Goliath and Lex subdue him. Amazing how just the two of them can get him calmed down. He chills out when he recognizes them. Yeah, let's trust the creature that Xanatos and Demona created. Good job. I am lost, Coldstone admits. Despite him being their enemy for most of the time, the Gargoyles knew him in this new state. Goliath invites him to their home. A clan isn't a clan without trust, Goliath says. It's the idea Broadway mentioned in Her Brother's Keeper. Thought. Does Coldstone have a tracking chip in him? I'd be shocked if he didn't. Does Xanatos know Coldstone is up and about? Surely he does. It'll be on the news anyway, or at least get around to Xanatos' contacts at the police force. I find it difficult to believe he doesn't have a lot of eyes and ears in critical positions around the city. The clan is happy to see Coldstone back. All except Bronx, that is. He hates robots, as the Xanatos cyborg found out. They're an accepting bunch overall. He greets Hudson as mentor, Coldstone does. Look at Bronx there, growling. Then Coldstone has an amnesia attack. Now he doesn't know where he is, what's going on. He clings to Goliath like you'd expect a female to do. Then he switches personalities again. Is he having multiple personality disorder? Is he possessed? Both. And with a history like Coldstone's, it's understandable. Getting a little too friendly, bud. He's got his hands on Goliath's shoulders. Beyond the three souls, what told is being locked in a dream world with two other gargoyles, one of whom is trying to set you against your girlfriend, waking up 1,000 years after dying, and finding yourself stuck together with metal and other body parts. It's enough to drive a person insane. Coldstone blasts off again. Goliath and Hudson take off after. Goliath is probably worried about the city as much as he is about Coldstone. The consensus among the clan is that Coldstone is not right in the head. Well, duh. Lex has a bright idea. Use the VR headset/goggles from Recap. I don't even know where to start here. Why would this work? Does Coldstone have the same IEEE connector as the VR goggles? Why would they be compatible? Arg. Voices in my head. Near the Statue of Liberty, Coldstone and Goliath have a throwdown. It's always out there by the poor Statue of Liberty. He blasts Goliath full in the chest with the laser. These lasers confuse me. They can blow through steel, a nearby lamp pole, but when it hits his chest, he just gets knocked back. Knocked back? I don't know. At the Golden Cup, Matt comments that the monster is just like the one in Times Square last winter. The city's crawling with him, he says. There's Matt. And that doesn't worry you, Matt? Lex fills Elisa in on the monster's identity. Turns out, per Elisa, Coldstone got a free gift when he downloaded the files. A virus that wipes out all unfamiliar programs. That's the power surge we saw when he was at the server. That's not good. No wonder he's behaving more erratically. The virus was there to protect government defense specs of top-secret weapons. Coldstone's personalities are shifting more rapidly. The virus must be making them unstable. They become too much to bear. He pleads for help from Goliath. This is possibly one of the most heart-wrenching things I've seen in the series so far. There he is on the ground, looking very pitiful. Poor ugly mutt. He didn't ask for any of this. He was just minding his own business being dead. If I were Coldstone, I wouldn't want help. I'd want to go back to being dead. Judging by the reactions of the various personalities, they were confused when they found they weren't at the castle. Does this mean they don't remember the afterlife? Or did the afterlife include a castle? Halftime. Why did Coldstone wake up now? Why did his program parameters change? And what's on the files he stole? Getting a look inside Coldstone's head will be interesting. I love shows that use VR. With all the advances in the usual displays and interfaces, this futuristic stuff is now present stuff. I don't understand how the VR is supposed to connect to Coldstone or why it's compatible with him, though. Yeah, Xanatos Enterprises made them both, but that doesn't mean anything. If he's got a virus, though, just load up Norton or AVG. It's easier than what I'm sure is going to happen next, a Tron-esque adventure. This is the setup for the real action in the second half, so there's not a lot going on here. Other than Coldstone freaking out and alternately attacking and hugging the clan. There isn't any antagonist other than Coldstone so far, and he's not even really an antagonist. He's just mentally deranged, and he by rights should be enjoying his afterlife, or whatever passes for it with gargoyles. You can't even get mad at him for it. He's like a puppy who eats your shoe because he's teething. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's too pitiful to scream at. Come back later for the second half. You'll see why I love the ending. What did you think of the ep? Comment. You can do that here or on the blog. Remember to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the